Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel, International Tarot. Thank you for watching. This is my second round of doing these videos for each sign. I did my first round in November. If you are watching for a second time, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing what I have to say for December. And if this is your first time, welcome. I'm so happy you're all here. And I have been shuffling these cards for quite a while. If this is your first time, let me just say this first. If this is your first time, just so you know, what I do in these readings is I actually do 2 readings in each video. So you get a love reading and then you get a more general reading. And sometimes the love energies are very, very strong and carry over into the general ones. So it's almost kind of like you get 2 love readings. Not always. Sometimes you do have career-oriented, finance, family, health, other things that come out in those as well. So just kind of have to wait and see. So let's see. I think I'm getting ready about ready to draw. So this is for the love reading for Capricorn for December 2015. A love reading for Capricorn for December 2015. One more. Okay, here we go. A love reading for Capricorn for 2015. Okay. The King of Wands, 10 of Cups, the Hierophant, 3 of Wands, the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of joy for you this month, a lot of joy and new opportunities. You have maybe an element of like taking a new path, creating these opportunities for yourself. This is kind of a big picture month for you. Your head is maybe geared a little bit more towards your life focus, your ultimate goals in life, what you're looking for in a partner, and what you're really set out to do, and sort of maybe even a little bit of legacy coming into this as well. I'm seeing 2 of the most, you have 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles here. And even the Ace of Cups, so sort of like a beginning and an end with the 1s and the 10s. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get delved in a little bit here. So I'm sort of seeing you going through, in the very center of your reading, you have the Hermit, which is that process of introspection, of sort of turning into yourself and looking at the way you've been living your life and coming to maybe a new level of wisdom and understanding, coming to that new, coming closer to your version of your higher self, and seeing your higher self and who you are sort of reflecting back at one another, and finding or determining some sort of new kind of like shining the light on the new perspective, if you will. And in this row, you have the 3 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. The 3 of Wands, and the reason why I said this in the beginning, new opportunity, is because this really is you standing at the edge of, everything that everything that's familiar, standing at the edge and looking beyond, and you're about to embark upon a new journey. And I say the word journey a lot. I see new pathways a lot. This can represent different things. It can be a life purpose kind of sort of coming together for you. It can be an actual, like moving, changing locations. It can be a change in your attitude, a change in your mindset, sort of coming around on something. And it's a very peaceful place. It's a little bit scary, but it makes perfect sense right next to the Hermit. These sort of even reinforce one another. And even though the Hermit is a major arcana, he still carries, his staff. He still carries his wands. The wands are action cards. They're the cards that, we take next steps. We move forward. They're very active, motion oriented, and physically oriented cards. And even though the Hermit is more mental, I am seeing that being tied to you in the element of the new opportunity here, which brings me next to you and your energy that's being represented. Male or female, I am seeing you here as a King of Wands. Now, we have a Queen of Pentacles here. A lot of times, you have, because you, Capricorn, are an earth sign and this is an earth card, honestly, I feel as though this is a potential partner or your existing partner in this reading, which is probably a very good match for you, given that this is likely another earth sign. And you right now, though, are sort of portraying the energy of a fire sign. The King of Wands is the visionary, he's the entrepreneur, he's the one that kind of makes things happen. It's the Steve Jobs to Apple, Steve Jobs to Macintosh. That type of mindset, that, very inspired, very determined spirit, and the wands are even a symbol of transformation, which makes a lot of sense here. Like I said, you're standing on the edge of things that are familiar and about to embark upon the unfamiliar, and that is in and of itself a transformation, which is something that you, undergoing this process of the Hermit process, I don't know what else to call it, that is internal transformation. So, and I feel like this transformation, this new journey, is really geared toward some level of institutional conformity. And what I mean by that is marriage. Marriage or family. I am seeing, right in line with you here along the top, you have the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate in emotional fulfillment. This is a family card. It's all the blessings that this life has to offer. And the Hierophant can either, represent a person, but in this case, I feel it is though more of the institution of marriage or family itself. So you may, if you're single, you may be, big picture, again, the visionary, big picture, thinking about the end of your life, thinking about starting to take the next steps into that next phase, starting to even take action toward those, actively seeking out a partner, actively seeking out a new love interest in order to attain these goals. And if you're in a relationship, you might be talking about, the same things with your partner. The entrance of someone, I feel, or someone that could be in your life, this reevaluating period could be geared towards someone that you already know, that maybe has been in your life, that you maybe never really considered or wasn't an option for you, but now there's this new entrance of something that comes in, and okay, I'm sorry, I had to stop the camera for a second. My cat brought in a mouse, so all hell just broke loose. So had to take a minute. I made some tea. I had to kind of get back into my zone a little bit. So I apologize for that, the little break there. So anyway, when I stopped the camera, I was talking about the Hierophant, you kind of coming to those terms of, moving into that new level of conformity, which you, Capricorn, you are that type of person anyway. So I feel like this will actually be a very natural transition for you. You're not necessarily one to be so rebellious or go against the grain just because. So this will be a very smooth, natural, and very clean transition. And with this Ace of Cups, it's a very glorious type of occurrence for you. It's something new, wonderful coming in. And like I said, you have this energy here, this Queen of Pentacles, which for you, I mean, Capricorn is such a great match for you, male or female, it's someone that's very practical, very nurturing, very motherly, very methodical, and gives birth to ideas and makes things happen, and they do take those practical steps to ensure success, which is a great type of personality match for you. And and I say she because it's the Queen, but again, male or female, is in between here, direct connection with the Ten of Cups up at the top, in direct connection with this sort of introspective type of mindset that you're currently in, perhaps contemplating them, perhaps thinking about them, perhaps putting them by your side and thinking about what it would be like to have them by your side for those next phases in life, and building a life and creating these wonderful, wonderful things together. And she's also, while directly in line here, she's also placed direct and center between the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. And, happiness and success and a bright future. And again, the Ten of Pentacles, also family-oriented, a legacy, building a legacy together. And, this is a card of extreme wealth, of extreme comfort, very lavish, very financially and, materialistically well off. And this Ten of Pentacles and this Ten of Cups, I mean, to have both of these in the same reading with the Sun, I mean, look at how, just so warm, so inviting, so joyful, so, just full of love and full of happiness and just all forms of fulfillment. You, Capricorn, are also, perhaps embarking upon new endeavors career-wise, and this may or may not come out in the general reading as well. I feel as though this sort of visionary energy here with this King of Wands is, related to this Hermit, this forging ahead, forging your own path idea in terms of relationships. But I also feel it's, also in terms of your career and your professional stance, wherever it is you are in your career. And you have, our lives are so intertwined, our relationships and what we do for a living and the things we do for fun, you know, they're so blended, and they move, you know, sometimes things we do for work are also things we do for fun. So they're all interconnected, and I have a feeling this person might be, you know, someone that you work with, someone in a career type capacity. And so that might be why you're considering them as a future partner, because they just fit sort of the pieces of the puzzle, just they're all there. And this person can also provide opportunities not only in a love capacity, in a romantic way, but also professionally. You know, they may be some type of channel for you to grow, some sort of leg to stand on in order to grow, you know. And here you are, you know, like I said, Steve Jobs of Apple, you know, that type of mentality or that type of mindset now. And this could be someone that really knows how to make things happen. You know, they might be more of a producer type of energy. You know, they're the ones that take something from an idea standpoint and get it completed into like a physical, tangible, final product for whatever that is. So in addition to them building a life with you, a family with you, creating a legacy with you, they may also do this, you know, and act as a partner or act as a confidant or some sort of consultant or something for you, in order to attain your career goals. Um, you know, you might just be ready in all capacities to just really get your life moving. And again, this Three of Wands, that's a very, I mean, it's a still card. It kind of represents, you know, maybe your mindset or where you at in your life, but it's also active because it represents those next steps. It represents you actually fulfilling those dreams, fulfilling, you know, just because we have an opportunity being presented to us, you know, just because you have it and it's out there ready for you to take doesn't necessarily mean you take it. But with a card like this, it means you are. It means you are seeing it at face value and going after it. So I do see some career elements. It'll be interesting to see what cards are pulled during the general reading. And let me go ahead and pull the outcome. One more. Oops. I'm going to pull both of these. Let me see. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, this card goes along perfectly. Again, you are working, you do have things happening in your career, you are in that transformational state. Things are finally maybe coming to fruition, the things that you have yearned for, the things you've longed for, the things you've been working for so much. And you've been so focused on those goals, Capricorn. You are. That's sort of the nature of the beast. I feel like you are very much in your element this month. You are just really harnessing in that go-getter type of personality, and you know, being focused and staying on point is so crucial in order to really attaining those goals. So while you are going through, these sort of inward, creating an idea of the type of legacy you wish to leave, the type of legacy you wish to create, and what type of partner makes the most sense, you are still continuing to work. You aren't just going through this dark time and completely retreating from the world. You are still being active and producing and getting yourself closer to those Eight of Pentacles here. Now, I normally only pull one card, but this one jumped out at me, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this one as well, which is Two of Cups, which is so lovely. It's lovely for a love reading. You have, the union, the meeting of the minds, the meeting of the hearts, the, coming together, forming unions. And this couldn't be more fitting, actually, because, even here you are, even here you are just sort of meeting in the middle and being blessed from the heavens. You have the angels with the red wings, and in a love reading, red is indicative of love. And even here with the red robes, and in the institution of love, what is that? Marriage, So quite lovely. So, okay, hopefully I don't get interrupted during the general reading. So again, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards, and then I'll turn the camera back on, and we'll go ahead and do your general. Okay, Capricorn, here we go. So I've been shuffling these for several minutes. I'm going to keep doing it for a little bit longer. Oh, sorry. Capricorn, this is for your general reading for December 2015. Capricorn, December 2015, general reading. Capricorn, general reading for December 2015. Okay, here we go. Okay. Ten of Swords, High Priestess, Ten of Wands, Tower, your Queen of Pentacles, same from the last, the Eight of Cups, the King of Wands, also same from the last, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, Capricorn, your general reading, here we go. So, I'm seeing the same energies, actually. This person, someone in your life, in the very middle of the reading. So a very prominent energy for you in December. I'm also seeing the King of Wands again, sitting next to a Queen of Wands. And I feel actually as though these two queens are indicative of the same person. But I'll get to that in just a moment. We sort of uncovered a little bit in the love reading that you are, certainly on a great path, professionally and personally. Now, this is actually also a very active reading. I see the Ten of Swords here, the very first card in the reading. Now, it may be a little bit of self-pity, sort of like intense emotional overwhelm. You might be sort of playing the martyr a little bit. And this could actually, this reading could be very much tied to that hermit that we had in the middle of the love reading, that process, that sort of state of mind that you're in. Now, you work hard. There's no doubt about it. You work hard. You like with the outcome card, you put your head down, you get things done. You are a very active person. You take those necessary steps to move forward. But again, with more success comes more burden, and I'm seeing those burdens come in sort of twofold with both the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Now, you care. Now, this is more the burden, you know, the things that you have taken upon yourself, the responsibilities that you have acquired because you've decided to do and be the person that you are. And, you know, you've decided to take, you know, whatever sort of steps in your career and your life, and you hold yourself, one, to very high standards, and two, you hold yourself in very high regard. So you might be dealing with something, you know, that even, here's even a reinforcing card from the last reading, your Eight of Cups, which reinforces the Three of Wands to a certain extent. This is a level of sacrifice. It is a level of leaving the familiar and moving on into the unknown. And again, with the Three of Wands, similar idea. New opportunities, good things. You know, this isn't, it's not a scary card. It's not necessarily a bad, you know, leaving things that you love behind. It's leaving those things behind that you in seek of greater things. Now, going through that, and you know, you might kind of have that, well, you know, sort of feeling sorry for yourself or trying to get people to feel sorry for you. We all have our egos, you know, and we all need those ego strokes once in a while. And it kind of seems like maybe that's sort of what you're doing. You are carrying the burden, you are doing it willingly, it's something that you want, it's something that you set out to do, and you are in that mindset of embarking upon something new. But you're kind of playing that victim card a little bit, which really there's no need to do. With the High Priestess in the center, you know, you have your High Priestess in line with these two queens. And I said in the beginning that I sort of felt that these two queens were maybe indicative of the same person. A person that is the producer, is the, you know, practical person to get things done. So here you are, the visionary. Here you are, the visionary, picturing things, you know, coming up with the new strategies, the new ways of looking at things, and then here's this person who can actually make those things happen for you and with you. But I see this person also as that, you know, that fellow visionary as well, that the perfect partner to the visionary, the person that might not be so practical, that can also be on that same dreamlike state almost, you know, alongside of you, and someone that can really be like fun and outgoing and support you in an enthusiastic way. You know, you have 3 wand cards here, like right in a row. Your King, Queen, and your 8 of Wands. Now, because the nature of your personality, you know, you do, you know, you're a little bit maybe black and white, as, you know, maybe not you are black and white, but you're, you know, it's either one way or the other way with you. So if something doesn't really go right, you kind of just move right on into the next one, and you just kind of a quick start type of personality, which is also indicative of these fire-like energies here that just, you know, just move on, forget about it, and let's get to the next state. So here you are with your 8 of Wands at the end. Very fast motion, and goes very well with this Tower. Again, a very fast challenge that comes and goes, a very quick instant. Someone says something, someone does something, something happens to you, and it's in and out like a flash of lightning, but it tends to be more destructive or more, it just has a really high impact in your life. And again, a lot of movement here with you. I feel as though, you know, there may be some sort of situation here with this person, between the two. You know, we have the Tower sort of squaring up these energies of you and this other person. And you kind of have, you know, this self-pity, kind of maybe playing the victim a little bit, playing the martyr, that type of role, you know, which may cause some sort of argument or disagreement. You know, this person, they work hard. They also put their head down and focus on their work. They don't necessarily tolerate that type of that type of mindset. You know, you're kind of maybe a little bit more sparky this month. Again, the fire, you have a little bit more edge to you this month than you might normally have. And you know, that could even kind of be you just playing that role. I don't really know how else to say it. You're just kind of playing that role. And you know, you have your High Priestess up here at the top, which is that intuition, that very still, small, quiet voice that kind of speaks inside of you, that sort of, it's like the things you don't know that you know, but you know them, but you don't know you know them. And it is a very mysterious place, you know, within all of us, within our mind's eye. It's a very, you know, untapped sort of place where we need to go through that process. We need to go through that. Again, I'm bringing back the Hermit from the last reading. We need to go through that retreat and that withdrawal in order to hear it, in order to pay attention to it, because you are sort of going through that now. You know, you might make up your mind in regards to matters of the heart. You might make up your mind that maybe the things that you have that you may have been holding on to aren't quite what you want. And because of the presence of this Eight of Wands, I feel like this will be a very rapid, you know, coming to understanding for you. It will be swift motion, swift movement. You do have a lot of black in this reading, actually. A black with the Ten of Swords, black with the Tower. There's a little bit of black here and blacks here. And blacks and blues, which all surround this lovely, warm, beautiful, rich reds and yellows. So the blacks are, you know, black absorbs all other colors. It's sort of that energy, you know, just that sucking, consuming, you know, just kind of takes over your life type of energy. And then blue is a lot more tranquil, a lot more quiet. Now, you don't really have like super bright blues except for maybe here in the High Priestess. So very soft blues, it's, you know, tranquility, it's serenity, it's that inner peace, that inner voice type of feeling. And, you know, you have two moons here, a moon here with the Eight of Cups and a moon here with the High Priestess, so that dark, mysterious place. So you're definitely going through, you know, a lot of thinking, a lot of meditating, a lot of just your mind is spinning, your mind is working, your mind is, you know, scheming and coming up with new ideas and kind of getting to that place mentally to take the next steps, to take that journey, to take make whatever sacrifice you feel you need to. And, you know, again, I'm going to kind of come back to the Tower because I talked just a little bit about it, but it's, and I said, you know, this energy person here, or this, you know, Queen of Pentacles, doesn't necessarily always tolerate that pity party, you know, oh, poor me. I'm in kind of, you know, I'm in over my head. I have too much responsibility. No one, you know, appreciates me, or whatever it is that you're saying to yourself or that you think is happening. This person, and even this person here, that again together, you know, they're there to support you. They're there to help make things happen for you. And by you sort of having that little pity party of yours, it sort of puts them down, because here they are next to you, they're by your side. It could be, you know, your business partner, it could be your friend, it could be a family member, you know, and this doesn't necessarily have to be business related. It could be in regards to a multitude of, you know, of things. And when you put yourself down and you kind of go through that pity party mode, it sort of brings them down as well. And especially this Queen of Fire, or Queen of Wands, she's definitely not going to handle it, and she'll let you know. She'll certainly, you know, spit that fire back at you and make sure that you kind of get your head back on straight. And I feel that that is more what the Tower is you sort of being smacked across the face and just coming to your senses a little bit, and stop playing that role of the martyr, which no one really likes. And you know, this still small intuitive moment maybe that you have will bring you to a level of understanding of what steps you do need to take, and then the presence of these wands will ensure that you do take swift action, swift and successful action. And it's you know, it's a very happy, bright card. It's a great card to have at the end, because you might be dealing with stuff, you might go through a little bit of a rough patch. I'm not going to say it's anything completely terrible by any means or any stretch of the imagination. But then you quickly rectify it, you quickly come to an understanding or an agreement, and you move forward. And you do so very quickly. So, here we go. I'm going to pull an outcome. Outcome for Capricorn. General reading for December 2018. It's like a loop. I keep getting caught. One more. Oh, Four of Cups, interesting. So again, it's that essence of being disengaged, that essence of maybe being a little bit, I don't really want to use this word, but a little bit bored, a little bit reserved, taken aback, not necessarily getting so excited about the things that are coming into your life, whether they're good or bad, and sort of maybe maintaining that level of, like, kind of use my hand like this, kind of, you know, not bringing the highs bringing you up too high, not letting the lows bring you down too low, but just sort of coasting through and maintaining a cool demeanor, just level, keeping it level. And, you know, this card can sometimes represent a level of dissatisfaction, which with the Eight of Wands, with the Eight of Cups would make sense, because that level of dissatisfaction may be the catalyst for you to go through this and actually take active steps to moving on, active steps to reaching your next goal, your next destination, whatever it is that's in store for you next. Next is the word. And again, still, I'll say it again. I said it before, I'll say it again. The Eight of Wands is a swift movement action card. It's getting you from point A to point B in a rapid time frame, at a rapid pace, and all of this might seem a little bit heavier, it might seem a little bit dramatic, but ultimately it's gonna come and go, just like this bolt of lightning in this Tower card. As quickly as that flash of lightning, this will come and go, and you'll be slapped out of this little mindset that you have going on here. You'll realize, this burden that you're using as, to play that victim, this burden, these were things you brought on yourself. These are your responsibilities, and everyone knows that you really want that anyway. Otherwise, why would you be doing it? With more success and more moving on and more moving into the next phase and more personal growth you go through, comes more responsibility, comes more obligation, comes more burdens, if you will. So anyway, okay, Capricorn, again, I apologize for the little break in the first reading. I put my contact information at the bottom of in the description of every video, so please feel free to reach out to me. My email, jane@international-tarot.com, and I'm just launching a website as well, international-tarot.com. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach me there. Thank you so much for coming back to watch my second round of videos. I really, really appreciate it.